It's the JT Cho Show!
Dude, if you think this, you're God.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get there. There, it's in from long distance for birdie.
Well, one TV down, and we are live for the JT Show. Because as we were trying to get as I was trying to get the TV position to where we could see it and have a signal with the TV rabbit ears. If you don't know what rabbit ears, kids, it's how you used to get a TV signal. The TV tipped over and smashed on the table, and
It was pretty funny to watch. It's too bad it wasn't on film.
I'm glad it wasn't.
That'd been pretty good if
So
it was.
R.I.P. to the TV.
Yeah, rest in peace.
One beer.
I guess. I got it. Oh, you got one?
I only got a couple.
Good.
Yes.
I don't need a whole bunch.
No.
Who you got for your birthday?
I have a two-time gold medal winner.
Okay.
Where did I write it down? Wrote it down somewhere. Oh yeah. 10-time NBA All-Star from San Francisco, California, born in 1973. Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd from San Francisco. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Learn something new every day. My guy is arch nemesis of Bobby Lee. One of them, at least.
Andrew?
No.
Oh.
Asian Jim.
Oh.
Randall Park.
Randall Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 51 years old today.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love Asian Jim.
Yeah, Asian Jim's great. And it was really funny. I was watching a clip of him, I think it was a couple years ago, but he was like, I didn't think my role on The Office was like that prevalent. And he's like, up until recently, people have been running up to me and being like, Jim. And he's like, I thought they were being racist because I'm Asian and I looked like some other Asian Jim. He's like, but I was Asian Jim.
Yeah.
He's like, it didn't click in my head till like after like the fifth encounter. And I was like, why does everyone keep calling me fucking Jim? And then his buddy was like, dude, from The Office, you're Asian Jim. And he goes, I am Asian Jim. He's like, I thought they were being racist because a different Asian Jim, but I am the Asian Jim.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. He's Asian Jim, though. I love all those memes, too. And it's like Jim Halpert starring in the new Ant-Man, and it's fucking Asian Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I love shit like that.
Yeah.
It's
and
so
he's
good.
actually in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, that's what makes it even funnier.
Yeah, it's great. He was in, didn't he play Kim Jong-un in The Dictator, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Hilarious.
Great.
Yeah, he's in a whole
Or not The Dictator. That's the other one. It's The Interview.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
Yeah. The Dictator is, what's his name? Cohen?
Yeah, Shia Baron Cohen.
Yeah. Borat.
Yeah.
Borat and Bruno. Did you ever watch Bruno?
Yeah.
I watched Bruno with my buddy Squirrel and his mom and stepdad at their house. In the scene where he's like flicking his dick around, they were like, "Why did you guys rent this?" And we're like, "Dude, it's the Borat sequel."
Yeah.
Like, not sequel, but obviously, just another version of it. They hated it. I thought it was so funny.
I imagine.
the part where he has what's her name from
Scary movies.
No. American Idol. He's like interviewing her, and he hires all these Mexicans to come in and be like his furniture.
Yeah.
What's her fucking name, dude?
No idea.
I want to say Paula Dean. I know that's not it though.
I don't think so.
Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
There it is. But yeah, during that scene, his mom started laughing, and I was like, "Oh, that part's funny." You laugh at the Mexican furniture part,
right? And she was super uncomfortable with it.
Oh yeah, super. She tried to sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't like.
Anything.
She was like, she didn't like anything.
Right.
Thing. But like that's kind of his whole gig. make people feel uncomfortable as fuck
Yeah.
for a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
It worked too. I fucking giggled. I got a couple of little stories.
Okay.
They're pretty cool. Golf Masters coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a guy who worked at Augusta National for like 35 years. His name was Tommy Bennett.
Thor.
He was OG caddy, and he caddied there for like 35 years. And he was pissed one year because the fucking director of it, they teamed him up with, for the Masters, they teamed him up with an amateur. He was fucking heated about it because he wanted to work with a pro because he was like one of the top tier caddies there.
Yeah.
He had like the seniority and everything. He wanted to work with all the fucking big ballers out there. Strangely enough, he got to work with college freshman Tiger Woods
Wow.
at Tiger's first time playing the Masters. And I guess at one point Tiger was quoted saying, "Damn, you're pretty good." Because he was like, he watched him at the range or whatever, and his driver shots were being clearing the fence or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tommy Bennett was like, well, if you can get it there, you want to land it right over here. And he did it a couple times. And Tiger ended up making the cut as an amateur, as a college kid. Obviously didn't make any money from it because, you know, that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
But they never worked together again. And this guy, Tommy Bennett, was on 8 different guys that won the Masters on their bag 8 different times. So 8 years out of his 30 years working there. It's on 8 bags of them winning, and then Tiger obviously owns it with like 5 or 6 Masters, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. The only time they ever worked together, and they just kind of crossed paths, and then just never worked together again.
That's wild.
Yeah, that was back in the day when they didn't let black people play. They could only caddy.
Right.
So like even the caddies, they never got to play the course.
That's wild.
They just went out there, and I'm sure they did every now and then. I'm sure they brought clubs out and, you know, hit some balls every now and then, but like they couldn't get a tee time.
Right.
Which I think is crazy. If you work at a course, you ought to be able to play it. Yeah, there's another one. You ever heard the name Dan McLaughlin?
It sounds familiar, but
So in 2010, he decided to vlog his life. He quit his job and started training full time to see if he could make the PGA Tour. He had never played golf before in his life.
hilarious.
And he went with like the old saying that you need like 10,000 hours of time to master whatever specific thing. So he just started training. And the first year he did it, he was it was like a 22 handicap or something like that. And after the first year, he got himself down to like a 9 handicap.
Wow.
And I think I forget the exact number, but he logged somewhere around 3,100 hours the first year.
Wow.
Just like straight practice, like whatever it was, going to play a course, hitting balls in his backyard, hitting putts somewhere, you know, whatever it was. He was just training a bunch. He did that up until 2015. He got himself down to a 2.3.
Wow.
Which is pretty good, like a plus 2.3, so just under scratch. And he ended up messing up his back real bad and just stopped making the videos.
Damn.
Couldn't do it. So I don't think just anybody could make the PGA Tour, but it seems like just anybody could be a scratch golfer,
Yeah, probably.
which is pretty cool to think about
Yeah.
because that'd be kind of fun. Trying to get there. So yeah, I think altogether, I think he logged because it drastic downhill after because he needed to take like odd jobs to be able to pay for his golf shit. So I think towards the end of it, I think he logged just under 8,000 hours. Yeah, 8,000 hours of training in 5 years,
Wow.
and didn't quite make the cut for the PGA.
It's sad.
Yeah, I don't know if he played on any Corn Ferry events or anything like that, but I mean, going from a never touching a club to 5 years later, you're a plus 2.3. That's pretty fucking good, especially for a guy that had never played before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I found out. So you know they do that Champions Dinner at Augusta.
Yeah.
For you know, like the winner, last year's winner, defending champ gets to pick the menu.
Yes.
You know what Tiger Woods' first menu was? It was like 1997 or whatever.
No.
Burgers, fries, chicken sandwiches, shakes.
That's dope.
Yeah, back in '97.
Yeah.
That was just, you know, the 22-year-old kid or however old he was. That's what he wanted.
Yeah. This year they have Scotty Scheffler's dinner. So Scotty was talking about it on a pod. You have to have like certain dietary restrictions. So you just have to make sure you offer something
Yeah, it's got to be. You need like a land animal, a water animal,
and a vegetarian thing.
and a vegetarian option for it.
So he has cheeseburger sliders, served Scotty style,
Mm-hmm.
and firecracker shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's got Papa Chefy's meatball and ravioli bites.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first course is Texas style chili. Main course is wood fire cowboy ribeye or blackened redfish. And then for dessert, warm chocolate chip skillet cookie with vanilla bean ice cream.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about it. What do you think you'd have for yours?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
your specific one.
So
So like you got to have some kind of appetizer.
yeah, so looking at the way his list is set up, probably well, you want to have the main course be something dope. I would probably go for appetizers, chips and salsa, guac and queso, and what's another? Because I would go like vegetarian tacos, steak or chicken tacos.
I was thinking the same thing. I think I'd go with tacos.
Yeah,
And I'd want them to be like my style of tacos. So there'd be like a chicken option, there'd be a steak option, and then a fish option for it.
yeah,
So it'd be 3 different types of tacos. And then I think for my appetizer, I would probably do some type of like kebab, I think.
Mm.
Like I like the idea of like a kebab, like almost like a tropical type thing. So you do like steak and fish kebab with like veggie and pineapple and stuff on it. I think that'd be pretty good.
hmm And then for dessert, I'd probably just go like apple or cherry pie.
That's a good one. I think I would do you know what a pizookie is?
Mm,
They're super popular in California because you ever been to BJ's?
no.
It's like a brewery restaurant type thing.
Mm-mm.
It might just be a West Coast thing. I actually haven't seen too many of them around here, but their like big dessert is this big giant like skillet cookie with like ice cream and sauce on it.
Yeah,
So I think I'd do like little mini versions of those for the dessert.
yeah, or churros,
Churros would be good too. Yeah. Churros with like a chocolate fountain.
or churros with like a vanilla ice cream option.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to do. Obviously, we're never going to win the Masters. But
No,
it would be fun to do something like that. Imagine for the Masters dinner, like you just did like the Masters menu.
he just did McDonald's.
If Trump ever won,
Yeah,
he does chicken sandos and Big Macs.
yeah, Big Macs and
That would be funny. I wonder what John Daly's was.
had to be some sort of pig.
Had to have been, right?
Yeah, like pulled pork. It had to be something whiskey.
I looked up John Daly Masters.
Did he win the Masters? Yeah, he won the Masters in right before Tiger.
I think so. Oh no, it says John Daly would have thrown quite the dinner party.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, because he only won 2 titles. He won the Players and he won one of the Opens.
He won 2 majors. Let me see.
I want to say it was.
Oh, here's a quote. If I had ever won the Masters, there would be no suits or ties at the championship dinner, and there'd definitely be McDonald's. So there it is.
Yeah, dude, McDonald's, man.
No suits or ties at McDonald's.
John Daly's.
Fucking great. And I guess there's another quote by him saying something about a Hooters dinner.
Yeah, he's got that lifetime deal,
Yeah, yeah. Him and his kid both, dude.
which is dope.
What was Hideki's? Oh, yeah. Miso glazed black cod, Wagyu, and Japanese strawberry shortcake. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Assorted sashimi. Ah, that would have been a fun one to go to. Oh, it's Hideki. That's the one where his caddy took the flag at the end and fucking bowed to the course.
Mm-hmm.
Iconic shot. And then he goes up on the side and rips his big old box vape.
Yeah.
He had one of those big giant ones.
Dude, you have to.
Yeah. I want to see, so after this weekend, probably tomorrow, they'll release the lines for the
Masters.
Masters. Yeah, because I want to drop some cash on some random people. I'll probably bet $50 altogether.
I had trash in my hand, so I'm trying to get out the door and throw it in the dumpster as fast as I can. And right as soon as I opened up the door, I heard that music, and I turned to the TV, and I was like, "Ah, we're so close," and it made me stop.
The
The little intro music to like, well,
the Azalea song.
good morning and welcome to the Masters, and you're like, oh god.
Yeah, there it is. I already re-downloaded the app.
So, yeah,
I got it ready to go.
that's
Just
sick.
waiting for the update.
Right?
The update will probably drop sometime next week. They do a really good job. It's kind of crazy the amount of traffic that app gets. I'm sure they can track it, but I'm very curious how much. It's got to be the most used app for like that weekend.
I mean, the March Madness app is kind of the same.
Yeah. I just found out they had that yesterday. I pulled it up and I downloaded it so I could watch the Michigan game at the bar. And then I looked over and they had 3 TVs with it on. I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
By the way, we should check that bar out. They don't have like food or anything, but it'd be we got out of there $26, and I was like kind of tossed
Right.
by the time we left. They don't have like Busch Light or anything like that. It's all like their home brew shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the pool table there is free, and it's like it looks like it was like just recently felted,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone that was playing looked like they fucking sucked. Like you would have beat them probably. Like they just looked awful. They were miscuing like every shot and hooking their fucking sticks. It didn't look like it was very competitive, but it was a very nice table.
Right.
It was like one of those old school bar tables, like the kind of like the one I grew up with, had like the leather side pockets, so they didn't just like roll down underneath to one side.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should go check that out at some point. Not during a busy time, obviously, but like maybe after like a lunch or something. We'll go get lunch at like Rocky and then drive down the road and play a little pool.
Yeah.
So I think the pool's free. I forgot to ask the dude when we left, but he was also the bartender was wearing open-toed shoes. Like his toes were just hanging out.
Mm.
And that's like typically a no-go for bartending because like if you drop a
Glass.
bottle or something, yeah, your toes are just
And like you don't want your
Look like
toes out
Wolverine got
behind
to
the
him.
bar.
yeah. I mean, it's just kind of weird. Like you think you're serving beers, you don't really want your toes hanging out unless it's like a beach bar, and then even then you don't really want your toes out because of the glass.
Yeah.
So like I just thought that was weird. Something random that I noticed.
Yeah.
It was a good show though. That guy Travis, he cut his hair.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he cut it down to like right there.
Okay.
Um,
So it's still long, but not quite as long.
yeah, it's still long. It's just not touching his ass crack anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot it was that long.
dude, it was long as shit. He always wore it up, and it's kind of funny to see because his hair was so heavy that like any curl that he had in his hair was like way down low. And so now that it's cut up super short, he's kind of got like that old school like baseball flippy hair going.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty good. But yeah, the show was a lot of fun. It was alright. They have slushies there too. They make their own seltzers.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 6% alcohol volume, and you don't even taste the alcohol in them. They have a black cherry one that I didn't try, and they also have a peach cobbler one. Tastes just like apple pie.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's pretty good. We'll have to check it out at some point during the summer before I dip out. But yeah, 217 or 216 brewery. I don't know. It's damn near walking distance from my house. It's on Shirley.
Yeah. I looked up where the bar was on the old Google.
Yeah. It's like less than a half mile away from where Rocky Top's at. So we could legit just go get lunch there one day and pull around the corner, play some pool.
Yeah.
No pull tabs. Is annoying, but
Yeah, that's
right. We'll get that out of our system at lunch.
Right.
Oh, I had a couple more sports things. This one was kind of cool. It was like, which era do you think would win?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can see it, I can send you this too, the screenshot. So Gen Z looks like Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards, and Luka.
Mm-hmm.
And then the millennial team, our team, would be Steph, LeBron, KD, Joker, and Harden. And then Gen X is fucking Kobe, Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Shaq, and AI.
Mm-hmm.
The silent generation, the OG one, it's like fucking Bill Walton and Kareem and all them. I just think they're out. Because I don't think they'd be able to shoot with anyone else.
Right.
I think it realistically, and then Gen Z, they're like too young because like they're not going to beat Gen Z's not going to beat any of the other squads. So I think it comes down to millennials, Gen X, and baby boomers. But that Gen X team with Shaq looks kind of fucking gnarly, dude. That's a lot of big motherfuckers. You imagine Shaq, Kevin Garnett, and Duncan on the same floor,
Be pretty gross.
and then you got Kobe and AI running the 1 and 2. Like,
That would be pretty gross.
That'd be pretty insane. But the Millennial one, dude, prime Steph, prime Braun, prime KD, Joker, and Harden. Like, that's kind of fucking dirty, too.
Yeah, and you got KD.
Yeah. I think it comes down to Millennials and Gen X. The Baby Boomer one's pretty good. But you got, like, Charles Barkley, Magic, Bird, Jordan. I don't know. Pretty interesting. I put my money on Millennials, though.
Shout out to Hey It's Cookie for saying STFU. Don't know who you are, but know you.
Appreciate you, man.
If I had a reverse Uno card, I'd play it. But welcome to the JT Show regardless.
Yeah. You know who Joey Gallo is?
Yeah.
He's a baseball player, played center field for a while.
Mhm.
So he's like 32 right now, and he's making a switch in position. He's going to start pitching.
Wow.
So he just got cut by the White Sox like last year, and he's making a transition over to pitching. I guess he's like 6'5", 220 pounds, so he's like pretty big dude.
Yeah.
I guess he pitched a lot when he was in high school. He was like he's like a top 20 recruit for pitching, but
Wow.
then he just switched over to outfield.
Hilarious.
But yeah, so he's trying to make a career change.
Wow. 30?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty interesting. I don't know how well it's going to work out for him, but I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
He's a fucking MLB athlete, so.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll get over 5 wins if he makes the roster.
It'd be pretty cool.
It would be.
I'm curious what he's going to be, if he's going to be like a starter, reliever, or closer.
Right.
Just I don't really know what his pitch
Uh,
tree looks like.
Same. Signet Sports. It's currently March Madness.
Yep,
Michigan made it to the Sweet 16.
they did.
They have been turning the ball over a lot.
Mhm.
They just beat Texas A&M. But all I can say is if you turn the ball less over, hopefully, we can make sure. I don't know. We take a lot of threes. It's hard. We don't rebound. But then we got 2 7-footers. So there's a lot of back and forth that keeps happening. And there's a lot of ticky-tacky fouls in the last game, which I hate always for March Madness.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of them went our way, I just hate to see it. But things that I learned about this year, that there's a town called Amasa, Michigan, in the UP. It's only 4 square miles. It's home to 250 people, and they make the court for every single NCAA tournament since 2006.
Oh wow.
So it's I think it's called Connors Sports, if I'm right, or Connors Inc. or something like that. But they make, deliver, install all of the courts for the NCAA, NBA. They're not solely NBA, but they do NBA courts. But they do courts.
But they got the March Madness contract.
since '06. So next year
Wow.
will be their 20th year doing it.
That's pretty
and it's
cool.
a town with only 250 people in it. And
Probably half the town probably works for that company.
yeah.
That's kind of
What are you gonna do? Walk across the street and go work there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole town is only 4 square miles.
I bet that high school basketball court looks fucking nice.
Yeah, probably.
I
nice
bet
donation.
the local court looks fucking sick.
Also, Michigan, they won their they won the conference championship tournament this year. So you basically win your conference. If you win that game, you automatically get a bid no matter what seed you are. So if
Yeah.
you haven't won a game all year, you somehow win the conference championship
You're in.
tournament. You're in. Michigan won the conference championship. And 2 of the teams that they played in the conference championship, they also beat during the regular season. And 2 of those teams got a higher seeding than Michigan did in the NCAA tournament. And then Michigan State fans were also being little bitches. And they were saying, oh, you shouldn't hang that banner. You didn't win the regular season. Well, what banner sounds better? The championship winner, the championship series winner for the after the regular season, or the regular season winner? Because if you're going to start counting regular season winners, then goddamn the Cowboys will have 900 banners.
I was gonna say Patriots had a perfect season.
Yeah. So, like,
You don't hang that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
yeah. So,
The Vikings have just like 5, 15, and 1 banners.
and before
with 0 chips.
and before yesterday, the Big Ten was 10-0. Before the Wisconsin game,
Oh.
and all these Wisconsin fans. One of my favorite TikToks I saw was this dude just hating on Michigan, and we won, and then Wisconsin ends up losing. But I don't know. Wisconsin and Michigan State fans apparently have just been hating on Michigan being still alive in this tournament.
Nobody likes a winner.
No. So we're in the Sweet 16. If we ended up if we end up winning the next game and then playing in the Elite Eight on Sunday or Saturday, then that means that we'd be playing Michigan State if they went out.
Interesting.
So
Yeah, I've never really paid that much attention to March Madness. I made a bracket one year, and I had Oregon winning it all, and they ended up losing in the Final Four. It was shot. The only tree on my bracket that year was the one that had Oregon going all the way, and then it was shot out at the end anyways.
Right.
Every other thing, I was like wrong on like 98% of my picks. The Oregon picks were the only ones that were good. I told myself I was going to make a bracket this year, and then I just didn't. Next year, I'm going to try to.
For sure.
How's your bracket looking? Is it busted completely, or?
I'm definitely not going to win. There's other people. There's two other people who have Auburn winning everything, and they can have way more potential points than I can. So unless like my Final Four is correct and theirs is different, which I would have to check, I don't think I can win. So
Gotcha.
it's just
That's
right
just
now,
through work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now I'm just middle of the pack for both.
Gotcha. And you won it one year, didn't you?
I won everything last year,
Mm.
like the women's and everything combined scored together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange to me watching it. It's just kind of a crazy tournament because then I did a little bit of research on it last year, and I found out that there's like the not invited tournament.
The NIT tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that was the original one, and then March Madness came out and just completely trumped it. Like it meant way more for some reason. I don't know why.
Because it was bigger.
Well, I guess it was more televised. Like
Yeah.
that was like the big pull because like the other one only like half the games were televised. It was only like the 1 seed games were televised.
Weird.
But yeah, I guess March Madness just had a better marketing team, and that's why it's the big tournament nowadays.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Now it's $1 billion fucking word. March Madness is crazy.
Yeah.
We did that same thing for there's a volleyball tournament. I think they called it Midnight Madness, and it's basically all the local high school volleyball teams got together and just did March Madness style tournament bracket. We ended up playing till like 2 a.m. Fucking crazy. Starts at like 6 p.m. because they have to like get all the shit ready after the school. So they set up like 1 million courts everywhere they can. Practice basketball court, main basketball court has like 2. I think the middle school next door opened up their stuff too. We ended up not playing in there though. It's fun though. It's fun. I got it because where do they even play all these March Madness games? Like, does Michigan have to like fucking ticky tack across the country to play these games?
So you play 2 games in the same location. So they got the unfortunate lottery slot to go out to Colorado this year. So they picked like 4 major cities for the regions to host the first 2 rounds of games. And then they've got courts for the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. And then the Final Four this year is in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh,
so
okay.
it travels because it was in San Antonio the year I went. It always gets a different location. Ford Field had it one time, so they just made the basketball court in the middle of Ford Field.
Oh wow.
So it just depends on who gets the bids to host the regionals, the Sweet. So it just depends realistically. But Michigan
Gotcha. So
State
it's like
got
a whole committee that votes on it.
it's where it's where you're seated and who owns. Yeah, it's basically like the Olympics, but
So
you're
you guys,
there.
Michigan played 2 games in Colorado, and
Yeah.
then the next game's going to be somewhere else.
I
And it's
believe
like
so.
tomorrow or something.
No, it's next weekend.
Oh, it's next weekend.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know how quick all the games.
So so basically you get 1 day to prepare between each game.
Okay.
So you get a week, and then you play the game. If you win, you get a day off to practice and fucking look at that team. Then you play the next day. Then you get the week off. You play the first game of the weekend, and then if you win that, you play your second game. And then for the Final Four, you play the same thing, and then day off, and then the next day you'll play the
So it's over a span of like 2-3 weeks. Then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the most games you play, it's 64. So if you win out, you play like what, 6 games, 7 games?
4, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 6. So 6 total games.
6 games. Okay.
Yeah.
My math wrong. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just like it's like thinking about that. I guess it makes sense because like each team, you're losing half the field after each game. So it's like that basketball tournament. If everybody that was alive participated in a 1v1 basketball tournament, you'd only have to win 32 games
Which is
to
wild.
be champion of the world. Because each game, half the fucking field's gone, and then another half, and another half. So if you have it 32 times, you get down to 2 people.
That's wild.
It's pretty fucking insane.
I just imagine like one person's an NBA All-Star, and the other person's just some guy who got lucky.
Just an accountant.
Yeah, who just like
he's,
every round he just kept playing 90-year-old
he's
people.
he's the guy that like fucking rows the boats in like Thailand for like tourists.
Your-
He's just
Your
a
first,
normal dude.
your
doing
first
some random
16
dumb shit.
people were like everybody over 80.
Yeah, well, because they were talking about it, and like it would have to be like there'd have to be seeds, right? So like LeBron would be like the 1 seed,
Mm-hmm.
and like Joker would be the 2 seed, and like me and you, we'd probably be, I would like to think in the top 1 million seeds.
Yeah, I'd like to put myself in the top 5 million.
Yeah. I mean, so if you're in the top 5 million, you're in the top like
Yeah,
20% of the bracket. So that means your first game's going to be against like a fucking 12-year-old or something.
who's like never played
Or
basketball.
like an 80-year-old. Yeah,
Yeah.
like someone who's just like not that good. So it'd be based off your skill set. So like it would just be interesting. How many rounds do you think? Because I think I'm winning at least 4 rounds at a minimum. Because I mean, you gotta think the first.
I mean, if they seed it, then I think you make it like
because you're gonna be playing
half-high.
like infants and shit in the
Yeah.
first round.
So
So like, and then imagine that 1 seed versus the last seed. So it's just like an infant against LeBron.
yeah, it'd be a forfeit.
It'd be a forfeit. So he's getting like a first 6-round bye,
Yeah.
and then he's having to play motherfuckers like us at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I would like to think because if it's 32 games, I don't think I'm making it to the top 50%.
Yeah.
If it's reseeded like that, because that means that at some point after like the 6th or 7th game, I'm probably going to end up playing someone who's closer to my ranking.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just kind of a toss up. Just depends on when the last time the motherfucker played ball was.
Right.
Because like if I get matched up with like a guy like Big Cat Barstool, I'm gonna smoke him.
Yeah.
'Cause he's just like he's older than me. He's probably a little less athletic. Like I got a better jump shot because I've seen him shoot around.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm probably beating him, but like if I get a dude like Titus on that same show, he's gonna smoke me. He played basketball.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna get me.
Yeah.
And then like even like because like there's even dudes like your boy Nick Menerath.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's his seed? Like I'm gonna eventually have to play someone like
Yeah.
that.
He's probably like top 1,000.
He's got it. Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to be in the top like 2% of the world.
Yeah.
As far as basketball ability goes.
Mm-hmm.
So like once I get to like that level, like all the semi-pro guys that play in like Australia and Japan and like everywhere, like I'm definitely gonna lose to those guys.
Yeah, 100%.
They do it for a fucking living.
Yeah.
Like, that's their fucking thing. But I think I would clear the first 50%. I think. So I would like to think I'm in the top 50% of the world for basketball players.
Yeah. If you count the whole
Yeah,
world.
if you include infants and old people and people with sickle cell and shit like that, like I definitely beat those guys.
Yeah.
I would like to think so at least. I don't know.
First opponent, he's in a coma.
Yeah, exactly. Or like your first opponent's like your mom.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna beat the fuck out of Robin, dude. Yeah, I'm throwing fucking bows and
Your ball.
You're sorry.
Your ball.
Fouled you. You just foul them real hard to where they can't play anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that. Like imagine how getting teamed up. Like you get teamed up against my grandma. She's like 87 years old.
I'm crossing her.
Yeah. She just thumps onto the ground.
I'll hit her
Pushes her life alert.
I'll hit her life alert on the layup up. Yeah.
Instead of covering your face for it being cute, you pull her fucking.
Or I'll dab and I'll hit her. Life
you,
alert.
you grab it and hit it on the way up, and then fucking up and under.
I hit it before she falls. She's like, "What was that for?" And then I cross her and then go up. Just like I was,
You preemptively press it.
Yeah.
Just in case you cross her up too bad.
yeah.
Yeah, but then like you're gonna get to a point too to where you're playing like that guy that plays in the park that's old as shit, the fucking dude that played Scalbrini or whatever the fuck his
Yeah.
name was.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm gonna beat him.
I won't beat him. He's way too physical.
I mean, well, so you got to imagine there's like a ref. It's not street ball.
Well, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like NBA style basketball.
But he'll still back me down legally.
Yeah, but like we're taller than him.
Oh, you mean that dude from the park?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the other guy.
No. Scalbrini's
Yeah.
he's in the top 2%. He's up there with Minerath and
Yeah.
all that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like the guy he was playing against, like the old man of the park. Like we'd probably beat him.
Yeah.
Probably. Like it's probably more of a toss up than me playing my grandma. But
Mhm.
I feel like I'd beat him
Yeah.
1-on-1 with like real rules, not just him throwing a bow and then doing a crazy layup. Because he's not going to get rebounds over me unless he bodies me, unless he boxes me out.
hmm
I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. I feel like I'm top 50% in the world if you include everybody.
If you include everybody.
At this point in my life right now, I feel like I'm top 50.
Especially like, hey, kid from a country that doesn't have TV.
Yeah, some like fucking even like a 15-year-old that's just played soccer his whole life. I'm gonna
Yeah.
smoke him too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna beat Conor McGregor's bitch ass at basketball. That dude can't ball.
Or like, top 100 million in the world is probably some junior pro basketball kids.
yeah, but they're like 11.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna beat them.
The
They're
fuck
not
out of
getting
them.
boards over me.
Exactly, yeah.
Like that's not gonna happen. And then like there's people like Chris out there
You're gonna kill
that
him.
like I'm gonna beat the fuck out of Chris.
Pack.
Like yeah, I'm not letting her score.
No.
Especially if it's a worldwide tournament.
Yeah.
I'm signing us both up.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna not sign her up. Just in case I get that easy bye week.
Right. Hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one.
Reseed.
That'd be a fun one. Yeah, the reseed would kill me though. I'd end up having to play against like you or something. I'd be like, damn it, dude. One of us is going all the way.
We'd look in our bracket, the next person, one of us is losing to LeBron.
Yeah. We'd have to make, if that ever happened, we'd have to make like a Anakin Obi-Wan style intro to
Yeah.
it. You were my brother, Anakin.
There's a show I used to watch all the time called Ghost Adventures. I'd watch it with Elizabeth.
Yeah. Stupid fake ass bullshit.
Yeah. South Park murders it. I like it.
Yeah.
Makes you look like a bitch.
Makes me look like a bitch. Girls don't like it. I love it.
Aaron Goodwin, who's one of the main guys in the show, his wife, I don't know if I have to use allegedly, but his wife got arrested for conspiracy of murder
Okay.
because she was trying to hire a hitman to kill him. And one of the dudes she was texting was like off of a TV show, and he was in prison, and he was texting her with an illegal phone. And
Oh.
then one day the guards came by and were like, "Can't have that," and then confiscated it and gave all the information that was on it, which had just like a bunch of shit of her saying shit like, "Is it mad that I just want him to be dead instead of divorced?" Like shit like that.
Shit.
And I'm like, what? She was just texting some fucking killer on a TV show in prison. I'm like, how the fuck did she get this number? And then apparently she's going to do it on one of their tapings to where they're like, oh, what's that? Oh, it's got to be a person. And then it would have been.
Jesus.
But yeah, that shit was crazy. And he said, I thought we had a happy marriage. And that terrifies me.
Chris!
But yeah, dude, that was a wild thing. That like, not only was it just like not a random guy she was talking to, it was
Yeah.
some guy who was on TV for, I think, killing his family.
That's crazy.
Like I think he shot his mom and dad.
There was I just saw this morning. It was on TikTok. There was a guy who was charged with like quadruple homicide. And his wife or fiance or girlfriend, whoever it was, came in for like an overnight conjugal visit.
Mhm.
And when the guards came in the next day, she'd been strangled to death.
Damn,
The guy just fucked her and killed her.
that's wild.
But they had like been together for a while. Like she was like his side piece, but he was in prison, so she'd come by like whenever she could to do a conjugal visit,
Yeah,
and which is hilarious that they allow that to happen.
yeah,
Like if you're just like good enough for a little bit amount of time, yeah, your girl come in here suck your dick.
yeah.
Like it's just so
We'll give
funny
you
that
15 minutes.
that's like one of like the rights that they have. Like they get food, they get water, they get a place to sleep, and every now and then we get the dick sucked.
Yeah,
Like it's such a funny thing. Like they don't give them like the freedom to go outside, but like every now and then.
the inside can come inside.
Yeah. You're not getting any fucking McDonald's in here, but here's some titties.
Yeah,
Like that's one of the things that they let them for good behavior.
yeah.
Give them a little pussy,
Just a little bit.
just a little bit, just one night, one taste.
One conjugal visit.
Yeah, I don't think that guy's gonna get any more conjugal visits though.
No,
I wouldn't want anyone going in there.
no.
Uh-uh.
Hilarious.
I wonder who like the most heinous person that got a conjugal visit was. Because like they don't let dudes like Ted Bundy get conjugal visits, right? Or like if he was married, do you think they would have let his wife in there to one last blowy before he gets the chair?
I know he got.
But he got mail from a bunch of people,
No, I
and he
think he
definitely
got-
wasn't married. But like he had a lot of pen pals that were
I
like,
thought he got married when he was on death's row.
oh maybe he did get a conjugal visit, dude. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if we had captured Hitler, would Hitler get a conjugal visit?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Carol Ann Boone.
Carol Boone. Huh?
Boone. Yeah, he was let's became his wife 6 years. Okay, yeah. So Carol Ann Boone met the serial killer Ted Bundy in Washington in 1974 and became his wife 6 years later while he was on trial for murder in Florida.
Did he get a conjugal visit?
Probably.
That's crazy, bro.
Did he get conjugal visits? Ted Bundy has a daughter who he secretly conceived in prison.
Wow.
So apparently,
The motherfucker was killing and raping motherfuckers, and they're like, yeah, well, I mean, you gotta give him some pussy. Like, what?
well, that's
Who
secret.
signed off on that?
I don't know, man. America's in a weird place because all the teeny boppers were like, he's so handsome.
God,
I'm like,
dude.
he just bashed a girl's head in with a log. Like
That's got to be the most heinous guy to get a conjugal visit.
I mean, one of the top tiers.
I mean, I'm sure, yeah, he's definitely in the top 1%. Oh, man, that's so weird to think about. That's just like one of the things they get in there every now and then. Like a little treat.
Jesus.
Like, oh, you haven't shanked anyone in the yard in a couple months? Here's some pussy.
Your girl can come by.
Yeah, your girl come by, suck you off real quick. We're going to be watching them.
You know what? Or is it just like a box, man?
I don't know, because I've seen it in, like, I've never seen it in real life, but I've seen it in, like, TV shows and movies and shit, and, like, sometimes
Austin
the guard
Powers.
just, like, sits in there.
Yeah.
And, like, that would be weird, too. I wouldn't want that job.
No.
You can't pay me enough to watch Ted Bundy get sloppy. Like, that'd be...
But
I wouldn't want to see that.
But that's your job.
No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. My job's to snap their legs, they get out of line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
that would be a crazy job. How much do you think you'd have to get paid to watch prisoners fuck like that? Like, that's your whole job.
$40 an hour.
$40 an hour
Yeah. I'd be like, I could do
to
worse.
do it 5 days a week.
Yeah. Be easy.
That would suck. Porn would never be the same.
No.
All those smells, dude.
You'd also have the best bar stories.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one time a chick came to go see OJ.
So block prisoner 29. Got a
From
busted girl.
Block.
Got a busted girl. It's the waitress.
Dude, I love those videos of you get like the guys who are like roommates and they like try to sneak the girls out that they've had, and they're like big bitches.
Mm-hmm.
There was one there's these two black dudes that live together, and the one guy that was trying to sneak his girl out like walked by his roommate's room, like looked in real quick, and then like shut his door a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the roommate like opened it back up real quick, and you just see this behemoth of a woman just waddling down the hall after him. It's like, boy, I tried to get a sneaky link out without me noticing.
Yeah.
He's like, I could hear that bitch walking down the hall. I had to see.
Yeah. I've seen that. That one's funny.
Yeah, that's funny, dude. I never had to do that. I never had to like sneak a girl out. Well, all right, I have snuck girls out, but not because of that.
I've never had the problem.
It's more or less because of like who they were, not what they were.
Yeah.
But yeah, those videos are fucking hilarious. That was
Yeah.
a big bitch too walking out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Big girl, dude. Do I have anything else written down? Oh yeah, I do. I got a little cut stumper for you.
Okay.
So we got 7 to noon tomorrow. I'm out at noon. And then 7 to 3 until Friday, and I'm off this weekend.
Sick.
I'll have to see what the Dolphins looking like. Maybe Friday you meet me up there or something. We'll
Yeah.
figure that out. Here it is. So, like I have it written down, and then I have the answer right here. All right. 2 schools have produced number 1 overall picks in the 3 major sports drafts. That would be basketball, baseball, football. Do you know what those 2 schools are?
Michigan.
No.
Alabama.
Mm-mm. That was my first guess too.
So football, Baseball and hockey.
Football, baseball, basketball.
Oh, okay. Oregon. Damn. USC.
Think
Georgia Tech.
for one of them, you got to think. One of them's in the SEC, and then one of them's more or less looked at as a basketball school.
Okay. UConn.
No,
Damn. Michigan State.
no.
Damn.
When I say the basketball school, you're going to be like, oh, I didn't even think of that.
Indiana. I'm out of guesses.
All right, so the basketball school is UCLA.
Okay.
So they had Garrett Cole, Kareem, and Troy Aikman.
Wow.
Those are their 3 number 1 overall picks. The other one, which I didn't guess, but after I heard it, I was like, oh, shit, okay.
Florida.
Super recent for making this list.
Mm-hmm.
LSU.
LSU.
So it's Joe Burrow, Shaq, and then the new guy that plays for the Pirates now, Paul Skeens or whatever, the guy that's dating Livy Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was their first overall picks. I guess LSU's made it a couple times with like different basketball players and football players, but I think he was the first baseball guy.
Okay.
So they just recently hit that.
That's neat.
Yeah, only 2 schools with 3 number 1 overall picks. I thought for sure it was going to be Bama. I thought there had to have been like a Bama basketball and baseball guy. I mean, they've had so many football guys, but
Yeah. I mean, there's Bama's school right now. They're doing really well in the tournament. They're 2 seeds, so.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they lose today because I put 50 cents on them losing.
Sick.
Win that $1.50.
Hell yeah. That's all it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really all I got. Real excited for the Masters coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take golf a little more seriously this year. See if I can break 80. This is the year I try hard at breaking 80.
Yeah.
I got to consistently break 90 first, but like I want to try to get down to a real low handicap.
Yeah.
Like I want to try to get to a single digit handicap this year. Be kind of cool. Like a 9 would be just like ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big golf season. Big video game season. We got to look into getting that game too, 2K.
Which one?
The golf one that just came out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I want it to come on sale first, but like I'm down to get it at some point.
Oh, yeah. When it finally goes on sale.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Go blue. Buck State.
Fuck them.
And see you next time. That's 190.
190.
Happy birthday, Asian Jim.
August 29th. Metal Gear Solid stream.
Gang, gang.
Nice to see you in orbit.